Wrestling fans are searching for that one return. 7 years of sadness. CM Punk and AEW, they're chanting in the crowd while wearing an AEW shirt and paying for a WWE ticket. Countless rumors about CM Punk's return over the years. Is that a new hairstyle? Wrestling fans see the world a bit differently. I'm sure Vince would probably love to get CM Punk for the ratings and talk about his wedding, and I'm sure Tony Khan would love to get CM Punk to put him in the tag team matches. And people, there's a chance. But keep your 4-inch horses soft because this is not confirmed yet.
Do you think there's ever a chance we'll see you back in a squared circle?
No.
Say what now?
Never?
No.
So you're coming back?
Never ever! Never ever ever!
I think he's coming back. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, new segments, John Cena, Cross, and more on a brand new episode of Greatness of Wrestling.
Good morning, everybody.
This one applies to you.
I'm getting hungry.
Breakfast with Brock Lesnar. Medium well, baked potato, steamed broccoli.
Why would you play games with me? I lost my investment.
The ultimate farmer. Drew McIntyre.
I'm 100% in.
And I've lost my savings.
Farming is gambling.
Oh boy.
I can go out and spend 10 hours in my tractor.
Why would I watch the show?
Welcome to the grand return of Greatness of Wrestling, your favorite wrestling show on the internet, the only wrestling show you should be watching. I'm not quite sure how long this video is going to be, but the original idea is for it to be like a semi-podcast, a wrestling show. So I want this to be like 30-40 minutes long all the time. Not this particular episode, we'll see how long this one goes. I'm just testing things out, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it, because if you guys don't remember, this show fixed my channel. Like back in 2017, I wasn't getting any views anymore. It stressed me out. I was trying new things all the time, and this is what stuck. Greatness of Wrestling.
We're both physical. We're not scared to bang, so...
Welcome to the greatest wrestling show on YouTube.com. Welcome to Greatness of Wrestling. And I believe this show made me into a YouTuber that I am right now. It made me more entertaining, for what it's worth. So I always felt kinda, shitty about not doing these episodes anymore. And, I want this to be like a laid-back video of me talking about wrestling, expressing my feelings, things that I probably won't cover on Greatness of Raw or Greatness of SmackDown, just wrestling in general, talking about rumors, talking about news, all that sorts of stuff. And I'm not gonna be very quick on the news. That's not the whole point. The point is me expressing my opinions, not to be the quickest one to upload a video. That's not the point of the show. And this video is gonna be huge, man. We're talking about CM Punk, we're talking about Daniel Bryan, a lot more stuff, and most importantly, we got 2 new segments. The first one being is reading fan mail. Yes, we have a message from a Bobby Lashley fan. A female Bobby Lashley fan, and she will express her feelings on Bobby, well, allegedly not loving women anymore. We're also going to react to IWC Gone Wrong, basically just terrible tweets from wrestling fans. You'll see. It's about Alexa's butt. So as you can see, this show is all business. No serious topics being ignored, whether it's CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, or Alexa's butt. No one is going to be left behind. And do you guys like the intro? I think it's by far the best one yet, and I worked really hard on this. I was working at like 3 a.m. and I have a bit of a story. So basically, I'm not sure whether that's the reason, but I was working on that intro at 3 a.m. I went to the bed and I had a nightmare. Since this video involves a lot of Ryback, the intro, I had a dream that Ryback wants to kill me, and I was scared. So I'm not quite sure whether that's the reason, but I think it is. Now Ryback, if you're angry, I just want to let you know you don't have to be. It's all for fun. You add a lot to the intro. You add a lot to the show. You add a lot to my life. You fulfill me, Ryback. And if you're still angry, all you gotta do is grab some Cheetos. So if you guys will enjoy the show, make sure to let me know, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know how do you feel about the show, do you like the format? Trust me, it's gonna be a lot of fun, so keep watching. I'm actually recording this at 12 a.m. because since this video is probably gonna be a bit longer, I just want to relax. The baby is sleeping, so I'm in like my cave right now, like a caveman, just recording videos. Like a lunatic. I've always been a night person, so it's not an issue for me. I'll probably get a cup of coffee and enjoy myself. I'll shower you with my wrestling thoughts. You're getting lucky today, and oh boy, we gotta talk about getting lucky. If you click that like button, dude, it's a premiere episode of Greatness of Wrestling. 1.9 inches on your pee-pee. I don't know, man. You gotta trust me. You gotta trust me. And before we talk about CM Punk, one more thing, man. The support recently has been absolutely amazing. What's big on YouTube when it comes to the views is subjective. But for me, I was barely getting 10k views anymore at one point, and I actually wanted to quit. And it's not like it's not a lot, but at one point I was getting like 20k views, 30k views, and then I kind of fell off. So with Greatness of Wrestling, it kind of grew, and I think last year my standard, which was something I was very happy with, if I would get 25k views, I was very happy. And right now, I'm not quite sure how that happened. I didn't notice how that happened, but the standard right now is like 40, 50, 60k views. That's mental to me. That's crazy. And I really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's been life-changing, honestly. Like, I'm doing very good right now. I've also noticed that my SmackDown and Raw reviews are just getting so much support. I actually checked, and it's like one of the most viewed wrestling series on IWC. I don't know why you choose me, but I appreciate that, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you very much, people. I really, really appreciate that. So let's talk about the man himself, CM Punk. So over the years, we heard many, many rumors. Man, it's been like 7 years since we saw CM Punk in the ring, unless you count this. And for the most part, CM Punk whether ignored the rumors or denied it. But lately, it seems like he's kinda into it. Well, first of all, on Renee Young's podcast, he actually revealed that he would return to the ring, whether it's AEW or the WWE, as long as he's getting paid, and it's a story that he actually wants to be involved in, which kind of basically tells you that he misses it without saying that he misses it. If he's talking about it, if he's actually open to the idea, even though he denied that he would ever come back to the ring, it basically tells you that he's ready. Now, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about the latest scoop. According to Fightful, a new report says CM Punk could be on his way back to pro wrestling, and according to them, he's in talks with Tony Khan, so the most likely scenario is CM Punk going to AEW. No shit, come on. That's so obvious. I would love to see him in the WWE, if I'm being honest, a lot more. But try being in CM Punk's shoes. He basically got effed over by the WWE. We have competition. Why would he go to the WWE? The man has an ego like everybody else. Since I'm not currently watching AEW, obviously I would love to see him in the WWE a lot more. But, whatever the case may be, maybe you're thinking, well, I want to hear his theme song. In AEW, he's not gonna have that. Well, that's also pretty interesting because in UFC, he used a Cult of Personality, so I don't think it's impossible. CM Punk is a very big signing. I'm sure they'll work it out. Obviously, none of it is confirmed. I've also seen other sources saying that it's 100% confirmed. CM Punk is coming back. I don't believe that. I mean, I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying that it's not reliable enough for me because we've seen that for many, many years right now, these rumors. So I'm not saying it's 100% confirmed. We don't know that, but we're here to have a discussion. So whether it's AEW or the WWE, I'm sure we all know the answer. It's definitely AEW. I don't think CM Punk would be like, you know what? I'm gonna help a company that I'm feuding with. Yeah, we had lawsuits. I'm coming back to the WWE. I've also heard Tony Khan actually wanted to sign CM Punk a long ass time ago, one of the first signings he actually wanted to get. Okay, I'm not saying there is no possibility that he couldn't land in the WWE, you know, they have a lot of money, and with the right amount of money, of course, you can change someone's mind. But the thing is, Tony Khan is not poor. Far from it. So I think they realize that CM Punk is needed in AEW more than WWE needs CM Punk. So they'll make sure to get Punk, and I'm sure Punk will rather wrestle in AEW. People still don't realize how much impact CM Punk's return would have. It's literally the only big return we have left, maybe outside of The Rock. This is the return that people wanna see. Even for the WWE would be very beneficial. Like imagine WWE 2K22 pre-order bonus CM Punk. For AEW it would be even more beneficial because the company is still growing, and if you guys remember, CM Punk actually brought back a lot of fans back in 2011, so I'm sure some of these fans would come back, and whether it's short or long term, it would definitely benefit the company to the point that I'm not watching AEW right now. If CM Punk is coming back, I'll consider it, you know, at least I'll watch the highlights. I'm not sure. I'm not saying AEW is bad, by the way. I actually do want to watch it, but I just don't find time. And since I can't make AEW content because they don't want me to, or I don't know what's the situation right now, but you guys remember. You know, I would probably watch. This would be must-watch television. And with all these rumors right now, you never know when it's gonna happen. So I might start watching, you know, avoiding spoilers and all that sorts of crap. And maybe we will see CM Punk on AEW. That's a very big possibility. And again, on AEW, many people have this idea that I hate the company. I just said it's not for me, and when they started copywriting people, it just kinda turned me off, and I stopped watching. I actually stopped watching like a month before that, but you know, it kinda just, I don't know, I was kind of disappointed in the company. Now I don't really care, I'm not making content, so maybe I would watch as a fan, but if we would get moments like, of course, CM Punk returning, Daniel Bryan returning, or actually debuting, I would make a video about it, that's for sure. I'm also seeing a lot of criticism on CM Punk's age and wrestling ability. Some fans just don't get it. While I'm pretty sure CM Punk could still have a great match, it doesn't even need to be. All it needs to be is an okay match as long as you have CM Punk, someone with so much hype in pro wrestling right now. I mean, a good example of that is Sting. The man is like, I don't know, almost 60, but people care not because he's still a great wrestler. Obviously, he's old. He can still move. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying that he's not in his prime, obviously. But people care because it's Sting. And you know, CM Punk is actually not that old. I think he's younger than Bobby Lashley. So when people say that, well, CM Punk wouldn't be that good in the ring anymore, that's not the point. It's a great business decision to sign someone like this. And you know, to kind of show you that I'm not this AEW hater, another criticism I see about AEW is that they're signing way too many WWE talent. Now look, if you own a business, you see people like Jericho, Moxley, all these other guys from the WWE that are basically in AEW right now. They're like 50, I don't know. That's not the point. Wouldn't you try to grow your business by signing these talent? You would have to be an absolute idiot not to capitalize on these kind of releases and growing your roster. I think this criticism comes mostly from AEW haters who are just basically hating to hate. Like, I don't watch the product, but I don't have to act this stupid to come up with some shitty criticism. There's a lot of stuff wrong with AEW right now, in my opinion, but that's not it. It's a great business decision to sign popular people to your roster to grow your brand. I don't see where people are coming from. And it's not like they're not using that talent to build their own people, that like Darby Allin. But you know, with all these rumors, let's check CM Punk's Instagram. Maybe we'll get a hint. Okay, what do we have right here? Monkeys. A monkey flip. He's coming back. Well, here you have it. So my final thoughts on CM Punk's potential return to the ring is that this time I actually do believe it. This time around it's actually a lot different. We actually have reliable sources, not Sean's View Entertainment. So I give you like 60-70% it is happening at one point. And I'm sure it's gonna be AEW. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see, and if that happens, this is gonna be a must-watch show. Dude, I'm gonna have to watch, I guess. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. And now, as you guys probably know, wrestling fans are a different breed. We have a lot of weirdos, and that's what this segment is all about. I found possibly the worst wrestling tweet of all time, and it's about a very serious issue, Alexa's butt. So why don't we just jump into it? Into the tweet, not the... Remember last week when all of you Alexa Bliss Mary Sue said that this was just a blur effect and Alexa's ass was back? Well, take a look at NXT Bliss and WWE Bliss. And then at the edited photo Alexa posted, and then the picture she posted today, and tried to say that again. Yeah, try to say that again. You don't know nothing about Alexa's butt. In the first photo, it's juicy. In the second photo, it's not juicy. In the third photo, it's blurred. In the fourth photo, it's edited. So tell me you know more about Alexa's butt than I do. I'm an Alexa butt enthusiast right here. I bet the guy is losing sleep over this. This has to be the worst tweet I have ever seen. Now, sure, he's addressing the serious issue. Whether the butt is blurred or not. Whether the butt is edited or not. Obviously, the dude has a life. I'm sure he moved out of his parents' basement a very long time ago. And like an usual adult, spends his time trying to inspect butts. So, maybe my criticism is not very legit right here. Maybe he has a point. Now let me know in the comments below how much on a scale from 1 to 10 of a problem is Alexa Bliss blurred butt. It did affect my life. I woke up and I was like, something's wrong, man, something's wrong. Turns out it was Alexa's butt. So, I don't know. But we're here to discuss serious topics, serious issues. You guys know I never run away from those. So, maybe my video will get demonetized. Maybe it's a bit too harsh of a topic. But, the man he has a hobby. I can tell you that for sure. Jerking off. Let's talk about Daniel Bryan. So the last time we seen Daniel Bryan in a wrestling ring was WrestleMania when he got smashed or whatever by Roman Reigns. Well, I'm seeing many reports from reliable sources that it's 100% confirmed that Daniel Bryan signed with AEW. This one I'm sure is going to happen because Daniel Bryan is that type of wrestler who probably wants to work in AEW, Japan. He just wants to wrestle, and maybe WWE just wasn't it for the guy. He doesn't want to miss that opportunity since his wrestling career is not gonna be that long. So I kinda get it, and I'm pretty sure this is happening. By the way, the New Japan thing is not just my opinion. I think that's what's in the contract. I'm not sure, by the way. Also, next week, Tony Khan is going to have a major announcement, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's all about Daniel Bryan. And while these rumors were happening, Cody tweeted, well, it's happening. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. So maybe it's not happening next week. I'm not quite sure, but maybe it's regarding, Daniel Bryan's AEW debut. And that's what AEW is doing right here. I've seen reports that TNT were not happy with Sting's debut because it was a surprise. Right now, they're basically teasing it. People are going to watch without actually knowing that it's Daniel Bryan. Because Sting's surprise was great. That's the type of stuff I want to see. We all want surprises, but it's not good for the ratings because people don't expect anything. So maybe they're playing with it right now. I'm not quite sure. But Daniel Bryan's AEW debut is something that I'm sure will happen. I think that's good, whatever. The thing is, it's kinda sad though that WWE have fans back and Daniel Bryan is already leaving. That really sucks, man. Yes, we saw him at WrestleMania, but I wish we saw more of Daniel Bryan in the WWE right now since we have John Cena, all these big names, making a comeback. So that kind of sucks. Fightful Select says there was a lot of frustration backstage at NXT over the decision to have Karrion Kross lose his first match on Monday Night Raw. Well, I kinda gave it the benefit of the doubt. But the more you think about it, which was actually obviously our first thought, that made no sense whatsoever. It made no sense whatsoever. Obviously, I still have hope that it's all a part of a storyline. He's gonna come back and basically destroy Jeff Hardy, which is a pretty likely scenario, but it didn't make sense. I'm also seeing people saying that, well, if Jeff Hardy lost, you would be angry because Jeff Hardy lost. No. What you need to realize is that this situation didn't need to happen in the first place. That's the problem. You don't put Jeff Hardy against Cross, so then you don't complain. You get where I'm going with this? I really don't like jumping into conspiracy theories that WWE are intentionally destroying NXT talent. This time around though, it is kind of suspicious. It is weird. I can't come up with a single reason why would he lose on Raw in his debut match. What was the point and where was his lady? That's a big part of his gimmick. The only logical explanation, which is still not justified, maybe WWE wanted a social media buzz. People talking about what happened on Raw. And people were definitely talking. Now they want to see what's gonna happen with the guy. So, yeah, it's still not justified, but that was a very weird booking decision and something that I still don't understand. But like I've said, let's just not jump into conclusions. Watch Raw, which is sometimes painful, I know, and see what happens. The show is all about entertainment, having fun, growing PPs, but sometimes we need to take it a bit more seriously. So we have an IWC confession right here from a female Bobby Lashley fan, and she's here to address the controversy. So why don't we just read her letter that she wrote for me, and yeah, let's do that. I'm a 36-year-old woman from Atlanta, Georgia. Go Jackson Riker. I'm a huge fan of the channel and the WWE. My favorite wrestler is Bobby Lashley. Sex got a lot better. I watch Raw, and we have fun for about 45 minutes. That's 44 minutes more than usual. That's the effect of Bobby Lashley. But ever since Bobby said he doesn't want women anymore, well, the troubles began. You took it the wrong way. I can't get satisfied anymore. I've been with many men, but it's just not the same. We're back to the basics. 62 seconds. Every night I fall asleep with the thought in my mind, why Bobby, why? I have a question. Will I ever get satisfied again? Well, I'm definitely here to help, Look, you need to understand, Bobby is still all about them women. He would never change his ways. Ever. You need to realize that the man is a WWE champion right now, and he needs to focus on the championship. That's only like 3 hours a week when Raw is on, maybe on pay-per-views as well, but that's it. Trust me. I've talked to Bobby. After the show, all he's doing is having fun with them women. So use that thought in bed, and I'm sure it will get better. Back to 45 minutes. Like I've said, I'm here to entertain, but I have to use my power and my position to actually motivate people, help people. So hopefully that answered your question. And the last thing we're here to talk about is Summer of Cena. So John Cena is back in the WWE, and you might be wondering, is he gonna be on Raw? Is he gonna be on SmackDown? What is happening with this whole John Cena situation? I'm still thinking about Alexa's butt. Blurred butt. Wow, man. Wow, the man has a hobby. The man has a hobby. So look, John Cena is gonna be here every week. These are the dates, as you can see, on most Raws, and I think on every SmackDown. But the reason it's called Summer of Cena is because, well, I'm sure after SummerSlam the man is leaving. That's kinda unfortunate. I'll probably get used to it. Now the thing is, I know why he's gonna be on Raw. Obviously he's challenging Roman Reigns, who's on SmackDown, but the reason he's gonna be on Raw is because Raw's ratings are terrible. And they need John Cena to boost the ratings, and I totally understand that. I'm sure many of you will watch just for John Cena. Now the thing is, what would he exactly do on Raw? If he's feuding with Roman Reigns, what business does John Cena have on Monday Night Raw? I'm gonna be on Raw, and I'm gonna talk about Roman Reigns, about a man who's not even here. Maybe he will just talk about the rivalry, address what Roman Reigns said, which is something he could do on SmackDown as well. Or maybe we'll just see, him hyping the crowd and seeing him in some 6-man tag team matches, which is very usual in the WWE, and probably in funny segments. So I don't mind it. At the end of the day, it will probably work. People want to see Cena. It's just kinda sad that's all we're getting. The man is probably leaving to make some movies, which is a shame. Don't make movies anymore. Stay, Cena. Please stay with us, Cena. We miss you. We want to have you back, Cena. WWE is bad without you, Cena. Please stay, Cena. Mr. Cena. I don't know what I'm doing, man. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoy this brand new edition of Greatness of Wrestling. The show is back. Hopefully it's going to be a success. I've put a lot of effort into this, especially the intro. So let me know your thoughts on the intro, on the show, whether you enjoyed it or not. Did you watch it till the end? Do you like the segments? So thank you for watching. And as always, keep on growing your pee-pee.